When you see them in hijabs, what do you see?
Beauty, honestly.
Beauty?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like just, like I was actually just gonna compliment her because I really like her hijab. It's really colorful. But I just see like genuine just beauty.
You seem very self-assured in yourself and in your religions. It's really, you can see how devoted you are.
What have you heard about women in hijabs?
I've heard that like hijabs are like demeaning in some sort of way, that like it doesn't allow women to like show themselves in like their hair, or like when it's more covering like their faces and stuff like that. So it's like demeaning or oppressive.
And have you, the three of you, heard that also?
I've heard a lot that like hijabs are strictly like related to radicalism, like radical Islam. Like that's something like I've
So it's related to radical Islam.
Yeah, to like ISIS and everything.
Okay, that's important, right? Because it's not just Islam, but it's radical Islam. So that would mean, right, so I've heard that from many people. So that would mean like the three of you and then her in the future, if she wears a hijab, she might decide not to, would be radical Muslims, right? Now, and that's what you've heard, I've heard. So can you tell us about, when did you first start wearing the hijab?
When I was 9 years old.
9?
Yeah.
What was the decision about?
So I grew up in I didn't grow up in the U.S. I grew up in Saudi Arabia. And it's where I come from, the city I come from. Usually when we're 9 years old, we have some sort of celebrity that we celebrate that we are becoming older.
Wait, so is it everybody in where you come, are you talking in your family? It's like at 9 or?
No, not my family.
It's actually a standard.
A standard in Saudi Arabia?
Not Saudi Arabia, Islam.
In Islam?
Yeah.
9?
So I was like 8-ish when I started wearing it. And I have a really nice memory of it because I started wearing it when I was actually in Iran. I'm originally Saudi. So when I was young, I looked somewhat older than my age. So when I went to Iran, like everyone was like saying to my mom, she looks old, why isn't she wearing the hijab? To introduce me to it, and I was really excited to it because I thought of myself as being someone who's going to be involved with a larger group that I love and that I belong to.
So you were then, it was like you were welcomed into Islam. Are you from the U.S.?
I grew up in the U.S.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Indiana.
Indiana? There are a lot of Muslims in Indiana, I hear.
It's actually, you do have a big population of
Where in
Muslims.
Indiana?
West Lafayette.
West
I
Lafayette?
graduated from Purdue.
Okay.
I wore it around 15, 16, I don't even remember, but I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, and you started wearing the hijab?
Yeah.
Every day?
Every day. Well, once you put it on, it's a decision that you make. You put it on and you don't take it off. And so it's an important decision to make. And it's usually, Islamically, it's when a girl reaches puberty, and that's when she is responsible for wearing the hijab.
So, but some women, who's Muslim and doesn't wear hijab? Dude, where's your hijab, dog?
I'm a bad person.
You are a heathen. So here.
If you are not wearing hijab, it doesn't mean you're a bad person.
I don't know. I was just raised for it to be like a decision, so they gave me the choice whether or not, but we were raised to, like, if you do choose to wear it, then you have to wear it. But yeah, we were just raised that it was my decision, so I chose not to. Just because.
And your mom, is she covered?
My mom, no, she doesn't. But my mom's sisters do.
Did your dad, and where's your dad in that? Does he want your mom to cover or you to cover?
My dad didn't really care whether or not my mom wore it or if I wore it.
Okay. And so can the three of you, and then I'm going to come back to you in a second, can the three of you respond to that? Like, how do you look at her that she's not covered?
It's not, the thing is, it's a decision. It's a personal decision. So you don't usually judge anybody because religiously, you're judged by God alone. He's the one that's you're responsible for your own,
deeds, I guess, or doings, or whatever that comes out of you, you are responsible for that. Nobody else will be judged for that. So she is taking responsibility for it, but she's not looked down upon. That's why people are not supposed to judge each other. Islamically, in our religion, everybody is judged alone.
Can one of you two also say, was it your choice? Was it like truly your choice to wear a hijab?
Yeah, because as I said, when I was young, I was really excited to wear it. I was happy that my mom introduced me to it earlier than the usual.
Yeah.
And if you want me to respond to her case, it's true that, you know, she's not adhering to what is advised, but there's no compulsion. And as Noura said, we can't judge her. You know, that's, you know, not wearing it is a sin, yes, but we all commit sins. Just because I'm wearing the hijab doesn't mean that I'm some sort of a saint or that I'm infallible.
Like,
so I can't judge people based on their sins when I have my own as well.
So the idea is like, right, so like sin, this is one of the things I think that has real value for those of you who are not religious, who think that religious people are hypocrites all the time. It's like, no, there's like a big palette of things that are identified as, quote, sins, right? Like, which are nothing more than just like rules and things that we sort of are kind of compelled maybe to follow, but we don't really have to follow. You just try to do the best you can. But why is it that some women are in, like, wear the niqab? Do you have a thought of that on that?
Okay, so I would say it's more of cultural differences because Islam has given us certain guidelines that we all have to adhere to. For example, we have to wear loose clothes, not tight. We have to cover all of our body.
Wait, why is that? Because you're
so it doesn't reveal your body. That's why.
What's that?
So it doesn't reveal your body. You wear something wide.
Okay.
So it's not revealing.
So there are certain guidelines, but you know, some cultures decide to cover more than the guidelines, I would say, and some not just because of the culture. There are so many doctrines in Islam, just like you have in Christianity and Judaism. You have like Protestants, Catholics, and so on. We also have that in Islam. So some Islamic doctrines have it as in you have to cover everything. Some, others have it different. So
just like in Christianity, some Christians are covered and some aren't. And like, hey, so you brought some extra hijabs here. Yeah. Do you want to try hijabs on? How is that?
It's cool.
Like cool? What do you mean cool?
I don't know. It's very different around the face. Like I don't know. It's cool though. I like it.
I think it's cool that we're just kind of like peeping into a different religion. Like, I don't know.
Could you imagine wearing that all day long, like going to class wearing that?
I feel like I'd get really sweaty. Like, I don't know.
Yeah? Feel like it would be it would be hot?
Yeah.
Yeah? How about you? Could you imagine going to class?
I mean, I don't feel any different than I did before. It's just an extra piece of fabric. I mean, I wear hoods on sweatshirts, and like other religions have different head coverings as well. It feels nice and warm. In the winter it'd be nice, and it feels kind of safe.
Yeah, what do you mean safe?
I mean, like I'm focusing on myself, and like I don't have to fix my headband, I don't have to put my hair up, like I can focus more on what I want to focus because my hair, which is like always a big thing that you can play with, is just out of the way. It's a non-factor.
One of the things that women in the West learn so much is to be part of the male gaze, so that to show a lot of body, and then this is what you were just saying, you show your body, and then your body is. Can we go to that cartoon, right? Like this. So this here, I don't know if you can see that, she's saying everything covered but her eyes. What a cruel male-dominated culture. And then this woman is saying nothing covered but her eyes. What a cruel male-dominated culture. I mean, there's a way in which we think that somehow this is liberation, but if this is liberation, you're kind of living for the male gaze, right? In a way, and you're not living for the male gaze, right?
The whole point of the hijab is you're judged for your thinking and not for what you look like. And as we see everything now, they put a woman up there for you.
Yeah, like naked women sell everything.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they sell watches, they sell
Yeah,
shoelaces,
even things that they have nothing to do with.
lawnmowers. Yeah,
And it's been since, human has existed.
Yeah.
That they
like I
use
feel
them as a way of showing.
I feel like even, just only having this on just for like even just a couple minutes right now, like I feel like it definitely feels like I'm, like I'm focused more on just kind of like expressing almost like myself and something. Like if I were to wear this like consistently, I would almost feel like I was expressing more of who I am, not necessarily like trying to make myself almost look nice. Like I don't look nice right now, like honestly, like I'm in sweatpants. But like if I'm like trying to look nice, like, I'd probably do my hair, like makeup or something. But like I almost just feel like I'm just relaxed. I'm kind of just calm.
Wearing this clothes, the woman, if she's working, she can feel free going in and out. She can bend over, she can sit down. She doesn't have to worry showing her cleavage, her legs. So she's more comfortable moving around.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, listen, and what's your daughter's name?
Reem.
So when she's 9, will she may or may not cover? Or?
It's up to her. I mean, for me, in the beginning, my family, they're very conservative.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, I didn't wear it. And then as time went on, I had friends, and so we wore it together, my friends and I. So it was kind of a encouragement in, getting ready for that. So I wouldn't force my daughters. I have a 9-year-old now.
Yeah.
And she doesn't wear it, so
cool.
It's up to her whenever she decides. Because again, it's a big decision.
Yeah.
She has.
Cool.
If she puts it on, it's difficult to take it off.